Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and it's late. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and I am up. I slept. When I tell you I slept all day long, well, not all day, I just told a lie. I got off at 3. I was at my sister's house, and then I came home around 4 something, and I was asleep. Girl was knocked out. Do you hear me? So now I'm up. Um, and so I decided to go ahead and make this review over Love and Hip Hop. I mean, Basketball Wives. So I poured me a little drink, a little cocktail. 2 o'clock in the morning drinking straight vodka. Anyways, it'll probably knock me out after I finish this video. Because it's so crazy because I'm actually kind of sleepy again. I don't know how. You know what I think it is, y'all? I think it's because a couple of nights that I worked overnight, like, cause how. Anyways, I don't even feel like getting into that, but I think it's the fact that I worked overnight a couple of nights, and then it felt like I didn't have an off day because I worked like 11 to 7. I worked 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Well, I was scheduled to 7. One day I didn't leave until like 10. Another day I didn't leave until like 9. But like that was still considered my off day. You see what I'm saying? So, but it really wasn't my off day because when you think about it, like if I'm scheduled 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., I really did work that day. I only worked an hour the previous day, and I worked the rest of my shift the following day. So it's like you go home, go to sleep, wake up, and then the next day you go back to it. You see what I'm saying? So it's weird. But anyways, girl. So let's go ahead and get into this goddamn Basketball Wives review. So Tammy has teamed up with Jessica Rich. She's a I guess she's a shoe designer. They have a shoe coming out, basically. OG comes to meet Tammy at the boutique. And it's so weird to me because I didn't know that Tammy and OG were like they were this close. Like, okay, girl, you just came on the show last year. I didn't think she was this close to the point that Tammy would be inviting her. She felt like she was that close to let her in on the fact that she was married. We'll talk about that later. Jennifer meets up with Kristen. Look, I'm sorry. Jennifer got to be a fool because I don't give a damn. Ain't no way I would sit down with Kristen. Even though I know Jennifer said what she said. But sometimes we all make comments with people who we're cool with. And we all may be, may fly off at the mouth and say some smart shit. But, for sometimes you don't think that the people who you talk to are going to go back and run their mouth to the person. Like, I don't think that Jennifer knew or even probably thought that Kristen will go back and tell Shawnee what she had said about it not being breaking news that, her and Shaq got a divorce because he couldn't keep that dirty dick in his pants. So I think it's weird that Jennifer and Kristen are sitting down like, yeah, I know you told Shawnee that whatever, but I don't know, it's just weird to me. Jennifer writes Shawnee a letter, and she asks Kristen to give the letter to Shawnee. She's in therapy right now, and I guess one of the steps to healing and becoming a better you is to try and, build or rebuild those relationships that were probably damaged. Byron and Cece are having I think it's an engagement party. All of Cece's family is there. None of Byron's family is there. Look, Malaysia comes with Jackie, and Malaysia is sad because look, I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Because I watched my video from last week, and I still agree with what I said about Like, I don't know how I would feel marrying into a family where I didn't get along with the family. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you know, I guess if you live your life according to the Bible, which we know no one does, but I guess if you pick and choose what you want to live your life by according to the Bible, you know, once you get married, from what I understand, you know, your wife, your husband comes before everybody else. So everybody else is pretty much like, girl, you second, third, fourth, fifth. Like, you don't come before this union. So, like, it's kind of hard for me to understand why Cece has to break her neck to make London or Thomas or even Kristen feel welcome. Like, y'all are not 13 and 14. Y'all are not teenagers. Like, y'all are grown ass men and women. We are pretty much the same age. Like, I'm not about to bend over backwards to try and have some type of relationship with you. And I know it may sound fucked up. Maybe Cece shouldn't be with Byron, or Byron shouldn't be with Cece. But I just don't even see myself. First of all, I don't see myself marrying someone if I don't get along with their family. Like, no. Like, I'm not about to go through all of this. I don't like your children. Your children don't like me. I don't like your mama. Your mama don't like me. I can't stand your daddy. Your dad. We all having to try to figure out what's going to happen around the holidays. And no, I'm not doing all that. But what I am saying is, if that was the situation I was in, like, I'm not about to sit here and try to kiss no grown ass people asses. Like, I'm not. Like, at the end of the day, if you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. If you come to the wedding, you come to the wedding. If you don't, you don't. I don't want you there anyways. If you really want to know the truth, y'all are 30-something-year-old men and women. I'm not about to do this. I'm not. So it's kind of like, I get that you don't want that type of situation, especially with your stepchildren. But at the end of the day, like, y'all motherfuckers are grown. Baby, y'all have y'all own families of y'all own anyway. So at the end of the day, it's kind of like, girl, I hate to say it, but a part of me does believe that they could just do drive-bys. Like, okay, me and Cece don't get along, whatever. Hey, Cece, how you doing? Is my daddy here? Oh, he upstairs. Oh, okay. Hey, Dad, I was just coming to check on and see how you was doing. You want to go have lunch? Oh, okay. All right, Cece, I'm about to go to lunch. I'm about to go to lunch with London. I'll be back. I know that would be like a hard way to live, a horrible way to live. But at the end of the day, it's like, Byron and Cece are going to get married. They're going to be together. And clearly, Byron does not give a fuck about Cece having a relationship with his kids. Because if he did, I don't think that Cece will be doing the shit that she was doing. I think a lot of the shit that's going on, Byron gave the green light to. There's no way that Cece would feel comfortable enough getting on television and saying, I don't give a fuck. Basically, I don't give a fuck if I have a relationship with them or not, if she didn't think that Byron was going to back her up. I think Cece is getting a lot of the blame for the shit that's going on, and nobody wants to point the finger at Byron. At the end of the day, Byron, OG, Kwame, and Cece went to dinner together. I think that, Byron and Cece sat at that table and told OG that Byron was not Thomas's biological father. They knew that OG didn't like Kristen. Byron knew that Cece didn't like Kristen. Byron knew that he didn't like Kristen. Byron is still pissed that Kristen got on cable television on a hit reality TV show and said that he was a sorry ass grandfather. Again, do I believe Kristen when she says it? Yes, I do believe it. However, at the end of the day, the fact still remains, you got your ass on TV and said that he was basically a sorry ass grandfather. And now everybody running around here trying to talk about CC this, CC that. No. Byron already didn't like Kristen probably anyways. And this was just a nail in the coffin to say, fuck that bitch. Byron sat at that table knowing damn well that none of those girls at that table liked Kristen, and they still kikied and laughed about Thomas not being his biological son, and knowing that Kristen or OG or CC, especially OG, could use that information to benefit herself in a fight with Kristen. I'm just saying. Anyways, I know this review is kind of like really like, you know, I feel like I'm high. Anyways, Tammy and Jessica have their party. I put what the fuck Reggie got on. The first thing I saw was Reggie in that flannel shirt. The flannel shirt was cute if you was like, listen, I work in logistics. That's the type of shit that I wear to work. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing I would wear to a red carpet event where people are taking pictures and the paparazzi is there. This is big, you know what I'm saying? Like, Reggie, you are a grown ass man. Like, why didn't you put a fucking blazer on? You could have put you a nice t-shirt on, threw a blazer over it, and went on by your business. You could have put on a nice button-down shirt. But that flannel plaid shirt shit you had on was not cutting it for me. When I looked at Reggie and Tammy, just by the way that he was dressed, Reggie looked like Tammy's son. He didn't look like I'm her husband supporting her at this red carpet event where people are taking pictures and having to do interviews. What the fuck you got on, nigga? You too old for that. Anyways, Shaunie's son has a birthday party. Kristen gives Shaunie the letter. I'm glad she did not give that letter to Shaunie in front of Evelyn. You see when she said, hey, Shaunie, can I speak to you in private? Evelyn was like, what the fuck is going on? Evelyn called Shaunie candle. Evelyn called Tammy candlestick legs. That Evelyn keep coming for that Tammy. She gonna answer one day, okay? No, but honestly, I think that Tammy's whole MO this season is to get on, fill her contract obligations, film, but not film with Evelyn. If she can do it, she's gonna do whatever she can do not to be in the same room as Evelyn. I mean, I get it from her, from her side, but like from a viewer's point of view, like, no, that's not what we want to see. I'm not saying that I want y'all to get. Oh, that's my vacuum box. I was like, what is that behind my shoulder? I was looking like, what the fuck is that? I forgot. Anyways, let me go on with the review. Hold up. Oh, so Tammy wants to have a party to basically let her closest friends know that she's now married. Now, the part where I was kind of confused was when she didn't invite Shaunie. There was nothing, usually when people, like for example, she said she invited Malaysia, but Malaysia was out of town. She didn't say I invited Shaunie, but Shaunie was out of town. She didn't mention anything about Shaunie. Listen, this is what it comes down to for me on some real shit. Tammy knows that Shaunie is not her friend. Shaunie always been a messy bitch, honestly. And Shaunie has always played. She's always been in the middle of the Tammy and Evelyn show. You see what I'm saying? Showdown. And I always felt like if it came down to it, she would always choose Evelyn. I think a part of me thinks that Shaunie is always going to look at Tammy like, the bum bitch who got on the show smoking cigarettes, drinking beer out of a bottle with a fucked up bob on food stamps. You see what I'm saying? And the truth of the matter is, Tammy really is low-key, high-key, is more talented than any of them bitches on the show. And that's just real tea, okay? The bitch been on the show with Halle Berry. acting scenes, yes. Remember that show that Halle Berry had? She played like a astronaut or something. I only saw like a couple of episodes. Tammy was on that show in the same scenes with Halle Berry. Oscar-winning Halle Berry, bitch, okay? Tammy can act her ass off. But of course that gets overshadowed because she's on this, this fuck shit show. Anyways, I think that Tammy, Tammy feels like she owes Shaunie because of this show. Tammy's life, turned around. Tammy even said she was on food stamps and shit. So it's like, I think a part of me feels like Tammy feels like she owes Shaunie a thank you, or she's like forever indebted to her because Shaunie was the boss and Shaunie, helped her out. But I think that she realizes that Shaunie is not your friend, bitch. Shaunie is not your friend. Shaunie is not your friend, girl. Shaunie is not your friend. Shaunie is Evelyn's friend. Tammy is your friend, Tammy. And that's why I think that she didn't invite her to the party. She didn't even mention her being invited. She didn't even mention her, she had to go out of town. She had to go check on, her son or whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I'm glad Tammy finally waking up because we've been saying the shit. We've been saying that Shaunie didn't give a fuck about Tammy. Anyways, Jackie was funny as hell when they revealed that that they were married. She was pissed off. She was pissed. She was crying towards the end. I like Jackie. It was funny. I saw somebody with a ski mask on. I didn't know what was going on. Did you see that boy in the back with half of his face covered up? What the fuck you got going on, girl? Tammy, tell that boy to take that shit off his goddamn face. Anyways, Phoebe wrote a song about OG. At this point, I don't know if I like Phoebe anymore. Like Phoebe, Phoebe, you're doing too much. Like, they basically are saying that Phoebe had on some fake Louis Vuitton or something like that. Phoebe wrote a song about OG. Phoebe, you've been around OG one time. That is not enough for you to... Of course, you probably watched the show last season. But at the end of the day, that is not enough for you to feel like you need to go out of your way and write a song about somebody. Bitch, you mean to tell me you don't went out your way to write a song, went into the studio, paid money for studio time to record a song, or at least write a wasted time writing a song about a bitch who you only met one time? Phoebe, are you serious? And you still on the fact that she asked you, did you have a gag order? Now, was she probably being funny? Yeah, OG was probably being funny, but was that far stretched? Hell no. Do you know how many bitches been on Basketball Wives, this show, that have a gag order, that can't say shit about their goddamn baby daddy or bring up their children? So her bringing that up or asking you, even though she was probably being shady, it was an honest question. Okay? Like, yeah, girl, I might be trying to be funny. Like, bitch, I know you probably one of them bitches who can't say shit. But, girl, let's just be real. Bitch, you know how many bitches been in front of this camera that can't mention their baby daddy or their kids' names? I'm just saying. Evelyn doesn't want to have a private conversation with Jennifer. At this point, this is how I feel about that. Like, I'm going to keep saying this. Jennifer, was she talking shit? Yeah, she was talking shit. She said that Evelyn was a hoe. She said that she said that Shanice was at the house paying those bills with the checkbook while Evelyn was out hoeing around town. With that being said, we're not gonna act like Jennifer just started saying that shit just out the blue. Jennifer said that shit more than likely around the time when her and Evelyn were beefing, when Evelyn was probably jumping on tables, when Evelyn was probably chasing that girl down a beach, trying to beat her ass every other scene, cussing her out. Like, we're not going to act like Jennifer just started acting like this just because. Like, girl. And y'all already know that Jennifer had said some shit because last year, y'all had already said that y'all were both going to put the shit to the side. Whatever was said, and it's okay. It is what it is. We starting over. So I don't understand why people, especially Evelyn, doesn't understand why Jennifer said what she said. Bitch, probably because you hopped on the table and tried to beat her ass. Girl, on motherfucking cable television. Like, it's not hard to understand. We all saw Evelyn treat Jennifer like shit. So in return, we know Jennifer ain't no fighter. We know she's scary. She gonna talk about you and drag your name in the street. That's what the fuck happened. Anyways, girl, they get on my nerve. That's it. I know this review was real kind of, I still haven't watched Pose. I'll probably wake up tomorrow morning before I go to work and watch Pose and review it before I go. All right, y'all. I'm about to go. I'm about to finish this drink, watch a little bit of TV, and then probably try to go back to sleep. All right, y'all. Bye.